Good morning. I'm Angelo Castro III.
I'm Angela and we are the Castros.
And because it's a Friday, we are joined today by Buddha's Belly.
Yes, at
Oo.
kasing init ng panahon, yung init ng pagkain na pinadala nila, sobrang sarap.
Alam mo,
It's
Buddha's
sizzling,
Belly, hindi lang sila Chinese food. Marami silang variations doon at choices. Sizzling, di ba?
Sizzling Hungarian
Go.
sausage.
Wait, Hungarian sausage.
Oo, sizzling fried chicken.
Ayun.
Sizzling pork chop. Ito yun.
Ito yung pork chop.
Oo.
Ito pork chop.
Okay, sizzling burger steak.
Ito ang sizzling burger steak.
Sizzling liempo pala to. Ayan.
Liempo, yan.
And then Hungarian potato salad.
Ito ang Hungarian potato salad.
Exciting.
Mabigat na Friday morning.
Oo.
Pamparis sa init ng panahon.
Yes.
Na baka pumalo ng 45 degrees. Ako, ready yung mineral water nyo. Ice cold water. Okay, we're serving you news in a countdown.
All that before your second cup of coffee. This is Brunch.
Starting our countdown with a peculiar way of disposing drugs. The Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, or PDEA, mixed 65 million pesos worth of shabu with cement to create a marker of a court in Patikul, Sulu. The drugs used for this were seized by PDEA Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao over the past 14 months. PDEA BARMM also noted the peddlers involved in the confiscated drugs are now behind bars and convicted for trafficking of narcotics. So yan, malinaw na kasi nagtatanong, I remember we were watching yung sa, I think, PBS. They were trying to find out kung yung shabu ba linibing buo under the cement or hinalo sa cement. So hinalo ang shabu sa cement.
Oo, kasi apparently I was reading about it, no. This is part of a parang yung protocol sila.
Yeah.
No, how to destroy illegal drugs, no, immediately.
Oh, kasi you cannot...
Set under the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime
UN,
guidelines
okay.
for the safe handling and disposal of chemicals from illicit drug manufacturing.
Oh, you have to be careful kasi with how you burn drugs. Kasi if you burn cocaine or shabu, Angel's dust, PCP, saka acid, yung chemical niyan umaano sa air, umiikot. And if you're within, like there was an instance na sa YouTube, there was a reporter, I think BBC. Di ba
I know
nagsunog?
that,
Oo, nagsunog ng drugs. So I think they were burning cocaine and then marijuana at the same time. Hindi niya maintindihan ano nangyayari sa kanya on air. He was really
laughing.
He was laughing already.
Was that a legit video? Pero yun
Oo,
nga,
no, BBC yun. Yeah. That's why you have to be careful how you burn it. O meron ng Filipino reporter during nagsunog ng marijuana. Naging high siya, bigla tawa siya ng tawa on air.
Oh, so anyway, ito daw itong pamamaraan, 'di ba, ng kanilang ginawa ng PDEA diyan sa area ng BARMM ay ginagawa daw talaga 'yan sa mga remote areas where infrastructures ng waste management is not available, no?
Okay.
Readily available kasi nga malalayo yung lugar. So they do that pala.
Hinalo nila sa semento.
So that's base sa batas,
no?
'di ba?
Hinalo sa semento, nagkaroon ng marker ng plaque sa taas. Yung semento na yon may shabu na nakamix doon.
Yes.
Ako, di ba, baka maglalabasan ng mga meme dyan. Baka may mga addict na didila-dilaan yung semento.
Di naman nila.
joke lang yun.
Pero,
pampagaang lang ng umaga.
Yeah, hopefully we can talk to somebody from PDEA
But
so that they
interesting
can
marker.
explain it properly to us kung ano talaga. But according nga sa ating mga sa research na nabasa natin, that's part of yung kanilang guidelines on safe handling.
Parang it's a reminder sa mga tao na ang accomplishment na ginawa ng PDEA.
That's 65 million.
65 million pesos worth of shabu sa Patikul, Sulu.
Okay, let's continue our countdown. Arriving at our top 9, the tourism department logs over 2 million international arrivals this year as of April 24. Nearly 1.9 million of that are foreign tourists, while the rest are overseas Filipinos. The DOT says the figure is around 15% higher than the foreign arrivals in the same period last year. South Korea is still the top source market of inbound visitor arrivals, followed by the US, China, and Japan. So sabi nila to parang na-surpass na nito yung target ng Department of Tourism noong 2019 versus today. Kasi 2019 yung benchmark nila dahil
Pre-pandemic.
that was pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic.
We all know naman na talagang medyo hindi tayo tumatanggap ng bisita. All over the world naman yun ang kanilang safety measures na wala masyadong mga travelers kasi nga during pandemic. So yun yung benchmark nila noong 2019 na surpass.
Maari ba ang mga Koreans? Even pre-pandemic, mataas na ako. 2018 pa lang. May spike na sa Korean visitors. They're the bulk of our tourist arrivals. Even sabi ng Bureau of Immigration ngayon. But as tourists, whereas the Chinese naman, mostly when they come here, it's for study or other things. Korean, they start out as tourists, tapos nagugustuhan nila dito, they end up studying also.
I remember nag-boom din yung industry, yung tutorial centers
for
Koreans.
for
Remember
Koreans.
that?
Ang dami.
Nagtuturo sila ng English sa mga Korean.
Yung mga schools ngayon, like yung school ko San Simeo, di ba? May mga Korean classmates.
So hopefully, tuloy-tuloy lang yung pagpunta ng mga foreigners here in the Philippines and tourist arrival because it would really help our economy.
We need to stimulate the tourism sector. Mas lalo na kasi ang dami na nagsara. Most of the tourism spots kasi or hotels, hindi naman yung mga big hotels yan mga family-owned or di ba nga mid-sized businesses na that really need help right now. Okay, let's move on. And still very much hot at the 8th spot is the heat index weather forecast. 33 areas in the country are expected to experience a danger level heat index today. Dagupan City will sweat the most today with a concerning 47 degrees Celsius. Apari in Cagayan and Aborlan in Palawan will sizzle at 46 degrees Celsius heat index, while 5 towns will experience a 45 degrees Celsius heat index. 4 cities are expected to feel the heat at 44 degrees Celsius. 10 areas are predicted at 43 degrees Celsius heat index, including Pasay City. And 11 cities and towns will drench in sweat at 42 degrees Celsius heat index, including Quezon City. Now, our economy is still also feeling the heat. According to Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, our economy growth slows down at 0.47% per 1 degree Celsius during the El Nino phenomenon. That's equivalent to over 100 billion pesos of loss. Economists explain that fewer people go out and participate in economic activities because of the extreme heat.
Bababa yung economic activities. For comfort also, no? Kung sobrang init, di ba? So, hindi mo na lalabas yung ng tao. So, mababawasan yung paggastos nila sa labas. Yung transportasyon, yung mga benta ng tindahan. Siyempre, kung kakain sila, no? Yung magmula sa mga small businesses, MSMEs, hanggang sa mga big businesses, mababawasan yung benta.
Yeah, and for some industries, yung productivity rate bumababa dahil sa sobrang init, diba?
The actual work output, bumababa na dahil napapagod ka agad yung mga workers.
Naiinitan. Sobrang init. So, mas titindi pa ba ang init o makakaranas na ba tayo ng ulan? Alamin po natin yan mula mismo sa Pag-asa.
Joining us today is Pag-asa weather specialist Ana Cloren. Good morning, Ana.
Yes po, magandang umaga rin po sa ating lahat. Sa kasalukuyan, easterlies o yung mainit na hangin mula sa dagat Pasipiko yung nakakaapekto sa ating bansa. At dala po nito yung mainit at maalinsangan na panahon sa buong bahagi po nating Kabuluan na kung saan sa hapon at sa gabi, posible nga po yung mga panandali ang buwas ng pag-ulan dala nga po nitong easterlies. At sa kasalukuyan naman, wala tayong minomonitor na LPA o bagyo na posible po makaapekto sa ating bansa. At over the weekend, sa mga kababayan po natin na maglalayag, wala ho tayong gale warning na nakataas sa anumang baybayin po ng ating karagatan. At yan po yung latest natin dito sa The Forecasting Center. Ito po si Ana Cloren. Magandang umaga po.
Baka mayroon po ba tayo ibang mga weather systems?
Of course, we'd like to ask Ana, ano ba yung magiging peak na heat index today? Dahil syempre we have to be prepared. Ana, ano ba peak natin mamaya?
Yes po, at dito po sa Metro Manila, yung actual air temperature o yung init po nung dala nung hangin po, no, nasa 37 degrees Celsius po. Yung, kumbaga, yung air temperature po natin. Pero kapag sinamahan po natin ng computation po natin na may kasama po relative humidity o yung alinsangan nga po, so yung heat index po natin ay nasa around 42 hanggang 43 degrees Celsius po dito sa Metro Manila.
Other weather systems po affecting the country, just to be clear on that?
Yes po, sa ngayon, easterlies po yung prevailing na weather system po sa ating bansa.
Ayun.
So in other words, Ana, para malinaw lang sa mga kababayan natin nanonood, so we expect a little rain possibly within the metro for today and tomorrow?
Yes po, lalo na po sa hapon at sa gabi.
Okay, pero hindi naman significant ang ulan na maapektuhan yung mga dam natin,
po.
no?
And also isolated cases lang po ito. Posible sa isang barangay meron, pero sa kabilang munisipyo po ay wala po.
Okay.
Sige, on that note, maraming salamat po sa inyo, Ana Cloren, Weather Specialist of Pag-asa. Yun.
Wow,
Dahil nga dyan sa
42.
init ng panahon, yung iba talaga nag-switch na sa solar panels dahil nga for them mas mura yan in the long run,
In the
'di ba?
long run.
Kaysa ngayon na napakainit, nakukulang tayo sa energy source, tapos ang mahal ng bill natin. Pero ito, ayun nga, alam natin, 'di ba? Nauuso ngayon yung mga solar panel ngayong tag-init. Pero narinig mo na ba ang solar lighter?
Solar, interesting ha?
Oo.
Ito maganda raw kasi gamitin ang solar lighter na ito ngayong tag-init, lalo na kapag kailangan mong magluto o mag-ihaw. Paano nga ba ito ginagamit? Para bigyan ng mukha ang Balita Mobile Journal, Evan Tarinque.
Maraming pahirap na dala ang tindi ng init ng araw ngayon. Pero pwede rin mapakinabangan yan gamit lang ilang spring at isang maliit na disc. Ito ang tinatawag na solar lighter na binubuo ng isang silver na plato at dalawang spring. Kung akala mo kalat lang ito sa lamesa, pues ang bagay na to kaya mag-meet siya ng apoy kahit walang gas o posporo. Magandang bitbitin sa mga summer outing sakaling maisipang magluto o mag-ihaw. Madali pang gamitin ang solar lighter.
I-manipulate mo siya, hahanapin mo yung kanyang tinatawag na focal point para mas intense yung heat.
Pero syempre, sinubukan ko na rin gumawa ng apoy gamit yan para talaga matesting kung totoo ito at mapatunayan kung mabilis nga lang ba talaga makagawa ng apoy gamit ito. Ayan na, musok na. After 2 minutes sa pagbabad natin dito, ayan na, makikita natin, no? May apoy, may usok. So, it works. Pero bakit nga ba mas gugustuhin o pipiliin ng mga tao ang gumamit ito kaysa sa normal na lighter? Siyempre, dahil hindi kailangan ng gas. Unli ang power nitong gumawa ng apoy basta may araw. Bonus na lang din na waterproof din itong device na ito.
Yung match kasi ay, kumbaga, dahil sa moist, pwedeng mawala yung phosphorus. Kahit mabasa siya, pwede pa rin gamitin, ano? Kumbaga, good alternative.
Pero paalala lang ni Ma'am Lisa, huwag maliitin ang maliit na bagay na ito. At siguruhin itago ng maigi na hindi masisikatan ng araw. Pwede rin ibalot sa itim na tela bago itago. Hindi man ako makapagprito ng itlog gamit lang ang tirik ng araw. May paraan naman para gumawa ng apoy gamit lang ang init ito. Mobile Journal, Ivan Naringi po, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
Well, magandang alternative yan kung ayaw mo gumamit ng gas lighter. Tapos
Masubukan
posporo
nga yan.
kasi every time you light a match, di ba, yung
Effect sa environment.
effects sa environment plus yung stick na nasusunog, siyempre yung kahoy, isang bagaling sa puno. Di ba? Ito, solar lighter.
Sige, coming up, government agencies are ordered to intensify efforts against online sexual abuse and exploitation of children.
And China issues a warning against the Philippines and the U.S. as the two countries plan to sink a Chinese-made ship during Balikatan.
We are just getting started. More of our top 10 news when Brunch returns. Keep it here on One News. morning. You're still watching Brunch here on One News. Happy Friday
Not paying
sa lahat.
attention,
Not
Yari ka pa.
listening.
Uy, we're joined today by Buddha's Belly.
Yes, of course.
Kikita niyo yung table namin
Thank you
puno
so
ng
much,
pagkain.
Marjorie Tan of Buddha's
Oo.
Belly.
Pinapataba tayo
Every
ni
Friday.
Marjorie.
Oo,
Oo.
that's her goal.
That's her.
Saka ni
Bad yan,
Jerry.
bad yan. Uy, good morning pala sa lahat ng viewers natin on Facebook, YouTube. And of course,
Signal Play app,
Signal Cable.
TV.
Oo, good morning sa inyo. And kung may comment kayo, join in on the discussion sa atin na social media account.
Ano ba ang ating number one topic for today?
Oo.
Importante yan, di ba? Ano ba yung pinakamainit na dapat natin na
Aside from
pagtutuunan ng pansin?
Aside from yung temperature, ano pinakamainit?
Oo. Sige, let's move on to our countdown for today. Going straight to our seventh spot, the Senate wants to investigate the forced outage of power plants. Senator Risa Ontiveros hit the Energy Department for asking the consumers to limit their consumption, when in fact, it should be the one to lay down comprehensive solutions to the problem. Senator Win Gatchalian, meanwhile, questions why over 40 power plants were forced to shut down. The DOE says they are closely monitoring the operations of power plants and coordinating with them.
Bakit nagkaroon ng mga forced outages yung mga planta natin ngayon? 47, ganung karaming forced outages ang nawala sa sistema natin. Dapat maimbestigahan ito. Dapat tignan mabuti kung bakit nagkaroon ng forced outage. Dahil nung nagkaroon ng forced outage, nakita ko tumaas rin ang presyo ng kuryente.
Well, okay naman ang sabihin sa atin na magtipid, but it shouldn't be their solution to the problem. Natural behavior lang naman sa mga tao na magtipid. Oo,
It
wag
should
lang
be.
yun ang remedy nila sa kapalpakan na nangyari. Ito nga, sabi ni Senator Gatchalian, ang laki ng
Ang dami kasing mga
forced outages.
Forced outages
Oo.
ngayon. And some are actually parang trying to blame Pag-asa, for not telling them yung, kumbaga yung mangyayari ngayon.
Uy.
But I think naman, I was telling you nga kanina, I think gone are the days na nahuhuli yung Pag-asa sa mga pagbibigay ng
Tsaka,
mga warnings about weather
the weather
issues
the weather is erratic.
Yeah,
It's very
oo.
fickle-minded, parang ano daw yan, yung pattern na hindi mo alam.
At saka, I remember, di ba, last year, may mga ano na tayo, warnings na ng El Nino sinasabi ng Pag-asa. So,
But I think-
dapat nakapag-forecast na sila ng mga energy sources na gagamitin natin for this day.
We have-
And they all know na every April and May, yan talaga yung pinakamainit na panahon.
We have to verify daw kung sino nagsisisi sa Pag-asa kasi baka
Yeah,
na
of
naman
course.
social media na naman to trolls na Pag-asa na naman binibintang. Wala. Di mo nila kasalanan ng shifting weather patterns.
Yun, oo.
The best they can do is a best guess. Yun nga eh. Yung science of studying yung weather models, di ba, sabi nila it's a best guess, best guess nila or best scenario possible na pwedeng mangyari ang laging i-report nila. Ay,
So,
nako.
yun. So, abangan natin, kasi they're trying to investigate nga, di ba, kung yung mga reserves, di ba, na dapat na nakukuha ng NGCP,
Yeah.
nasaan na yun. Kasi dapat yung mga reserves na yun, yung buffer stock natin kapag kailangan na natin. Yun din yata numinipis na.
Tsaka yung forced outages, they want to take a look also kung may negligence pa way back pa a few years ago pa, 5 to 6 years ago sa mga planta. Because long-term yung makakasira sa planta, poor maintenance.
Right.
So we have to take a look. Bakit nga, sabi ni Senator Win, bakit ang daming forced outages, di ba?
Right.
Which shouldn't be the case naman kung properly maintained naman ang mga plants natin. Let's move on to the next. Coming at the sixth spot is Comelec's visit at Sitio Capihan in Socorro, Surigao del Norte. Comelec is considering installing a dedicated voting precinct at the controversial enclave. Chairman George Garcia said it's important for the 2,000 voters of Sitio Capihan to cast their votes with ease. He said this after Sitio Capihan's residents complained about the long distance they had to endure just to go to the nearest voting precinct. The Department of Environment and Natural Resources earlier revoked their agreement with Sitio Capihan and ordered them to relocate to another area. But for Comelec, this is not an issue when it comes to installing a voting precinct there.
sa ating palagay may ibang issue. Pero ang Comelec walang pakialam sa ibang issues na yon. Para sa atin, kinakailangan makaboto ang mga Pilipino. Kinakailangan makaboto ang mga kababayan natin. Anuman ang katayuan, kalagayan at hinaharap na problema nila.
Maganda yung pinagagawa ng
that's,
Comelec.
that's their mandate, di ba? Kaya lang kasi syempre tinatanong sila, that area ay ni-revoke na nga ng DENR, yung kanilang protected area agreement, di ba? So, they're asking the almost 2,000, di ba, na registered voters doon, na naninirahan din doon, at the same time na lumipat na sa ibang lugar. So, paano kaya yon? Pero sabi nila, until nandoon pa sila, basta ang mandate ng Comelec, matugunan, di ba, yung voters registration nila doon.
This is part of Comelec's program, di ba? MILF camp nga pinuntahan nila
Yes,
So, programa talaga ng Comelec yan.
Pero sige, going back to sa pinag-uusapan natin kanina, di ba sabi ko sana may makausap tayo from PIDEA, narinig yata ako at nako, kanina nga po, tulad ng nabanggit ko, napag-usapan natin yung ibang pamamaraan ng drug disposal ng PIDEA sa area po ng Bangsamoro. And to get more information about this, we have Agent Jocelyn Mary of PIDEA BARMM on the line.
Good morning, Agent. Tell us, bakit ganito yung ginawa niyong paraan ng pag-dispose ng Cebu? Ay, medyo napag-usapan siya mula nung na-post. Parang hindi pa ata kami sana, apparently ginagawa niyo talaga yan, pero parang hindi pa sana yung mga tao sa ganito.
Yes, Sir Angelo at Sir Angela, no? Good morning and good morning also sa ating mga listeners and viewers po ng programang ito.
Oh, we're talking about po yung pag-dispose niyo po ng drugs. Talagang ganito po ba ang ginagawa niyo sa minsan, pag-dispose niyo, or medyo kakaibang kaso po to yung ginawa niyo sa BARMM?
Yes, Sir Angelo, no, maibalik ko lang po. So last April 23, nagkaroon po tayo ng April 24, nagkaroon po tayo ng destruction of dangerous drugs dito po sa probinsya po ng Sulu, wherein ito nga yung ginagamit natin na method as rendering inert, na kung saan po ay yung pinapahalagahan pa rin natin yung safe ng handling and disposal of chemicals from illicit drugs and manufacturing. Ibig sabihin po, kakaiba ito sa mga usual natin na ginagawa using destruction of illegal drugs using yung ating thermal facility. Since yung thermal facility po natin ay hindi available, nagiging available lang po ito doon po sa mainland area sa Bangsamoro, Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, sa Cotabato City. And since ang destruction po natin ay naisasagawa po dito sa probinsya ng Sulu, that is why humahanap po kami ng paraan ng isang proseso na angkop at naaayon pa rin at sumusunod pa rin sa standard ng safe handling of chemicals and disposal.
Okay, Jocelyn, ang tanong kasi ng marami din, since hinahalo niyo yung actual, yung shabu mismo sa semento, safe ba ito pag nagka-contact sa lupain? I mean, contact sa environment, at safe ba ito? Kunyari, may mga bata naglalaro, nahawakan ng semento, para lang at least mabawasan yung fear ng mga kababayan natin.
Yes, Sir Angelo, no? Base sa set standard ng ating sa pag-aaral ng ating United Nations of Drugs, Office on Drugs and Crimes, itong inert process ay pumapasok po ito sa standard. So, ito pong proseso, itong mga dangerous drugs, particularly yung methamphetamine hydrochloride or shabu, ay hinahaluan po ito ng tinatawag natin na solution na ethyl alcohol para nang sa gayon yung shabu ay mag-breakdown siya, masisira yung kanyang components, and afterwards, yung solution na mixture na yon ay hinahalo natin sa semento at tigas ito at ginagawa natin ngayon na minomold natin siya as monument.
Okay.
Oo. I understand po no na ito pong ginawa ninyo falls under the guidelines nga po ng safe handling and proper disposal ng mga illegal drugs. I was wondering po kasi ngayon lang po siya, ngayon lang namin nalaman ito through media of course, but were there any other parang mga ibang instances, pagkakataon na nagawa din po ito at saan pong lugar sa Bangsamoro?
Yes, Ma'am Angela, no. So, itong method na ginagawa natin ay hindi lang ito nangyayari ngayon. Actually, last year po, nagkakaroon din po tayo ng destruction of dangerous drugs sa probinsya po ng Tawi-Tawi, wherein ito rin pong method na ito ang ginagamit natin. Kaya nga po, dahil sa hindi po available yung burning facility natin dito sa probinsya, that is why ginagamit natin itong inert, rendering inert process.
Oo. Pero meron po ba tayong mga naiisip pang ibang paraan, interesting plans of disposing drugs in the future, aside from this?
Yes, Miss Angela, no? So, as of now, we are still waiting for the release of the court order from the different courts in this region, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Afterwards, pagka nagkaroon na po ng court order, ay agad-agad magkakaroon tayo ng scheduling of another destruction.
Okay. Jocelyn, I'd like to ask lang, no, ano yung pinaka-common na nako-confiscate na drugs dyan sa area nyo?
Yes, Sir Andrew. So far naman po as PDEA Regional Office Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao is concerned, yung usual and most common natin na nako-confiscate, na seize na mga dangerous drugs or illegal drugs ay ito pong tinatawag natin na methamphetamine hydrochloride or shabu.
Pero kamusta naman po ang sitwasyon natin dyan when it comes to handling, di ba, seizing itong mga illegal drugs na to sa area ng BARMM? Ito po ba ay kontrolado na o kailangan pa po paigtingin ang mga operasyon?
Yes, Ma'am Angela, no? So, sa ngalan po ng aming pamumuno ng Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, ang aming Director General, and of course sa aming Regional Director dito po sa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region and Muslim Mindanao, na si Director Gil Cesario P. Castro, kami po ay patuloy sa pagpapaigting ng aming kampanya laban sa illegal na droga, base po dito sa aming approach na supply reduction, wherein yung illegal drugs ay tinatanggal or inaalis natin sa mga tao using po dito sa process or paraan ng pagkakandak ng mga anti-drug operation, as well as yung pagpapaigting natin sa ating anti-illegal drug advocacy campaign program, wherein mas pinapalakas pa natin yung awareness patungkol po sa ill effects ng illegal drugs para naman po yung mga kabataan, mga young one generations natin ay ma-prevent yung pagiging involved or magiging biktima po sa paggamit ng illegal na droga.
Alright, on that note, maraming salamat po sa inyo, Agent Jocelyn Mary of PDEA BARMM.
Yes, Ma'am Angela and Sir Angelo, thank you very much po for again inviting us to share with you the information po regarding po sa our accomplishment of the PDEA Regional Office Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Thank you very much
Thank
po.
you so much for joining us today. Now let's continue with our countdown. Top 5 na tayo ha. Embattled politician Manuel Mamba will contest his disqualification as Cagayan governor. In a text message, Mamba says he will file a motion for reconsideration before the Supreme Court. The Comelec disqualified Mamba for releasing public funds in 2022 during a period of prohibition. He argued that social welfare work should have been exempted, but the PO body did not accept this. Mamba was already disqualified before for the same reason, but the Supreme Court reversed the decision.
Let's discuss Mamba's legal options.
His legal counsel will join us today via phone. Attorney Romulo Macalintal. Magandang umaga po sa inyo, Attorney.
Magandang umaga sa inyo at sa iyong mga tagapanood, tagapakinig.
Yes, it's good to have you on the show. First off, reaction po sa disqualification na paulit po na naman ni Governor Mamba.
Well, yun namang desisyon ng Comelec, yan ay hindi pa final and executory.
Right.
Kasi meron pa kaming time to file our motion for reconsideration.
Okay.
So, wala pa yan. Once the motion for reconsideration is filed, then the decision is held in abeyance.
Okay, attorney, yung motion na sinasabi niyo po, you will file this, Comelec and Bank. In case
Yes,
po, if not favorable po, will you be elevating this to the Supreme Court?
Yes, definitely, because that is the remedy available to our client at the moment na hindi mag-pay pabor ang Comelec and Bank.
And for context lang po, sabi lang din po ulit natin ano po yung mga financial aids, yung programa na ginawa supposedly ni Governor Mamba despite the 45 days na kumbaga ban po ng Comelec during the campaign period.
Well, yun naman ay that is an issue na itatakal ngayon ng Comelec and Bank the moment we file our motion for reconsideration. Kasi para sa amin, wala namang violation. Kasi nagkaroon naman ng certificate of exemption tungkol doon sa prohibition na yun. Kaya because of the certificate of exemption, it is our submission that Mamba did not make any violation. Sinasabi lang naman nila dahil daw late yung wala pa raw exemption na implementa ni Mamba. Pero in-implement naman yun para sa mga kababayan natin during the pandemic. Kaya I don't see any reason why the exemption should not be recognized even if it was promulgated already after the election.
Oo. Attorney, can you educate us po? Nasaan po ngayon si Governor Mamba? Siya po ba ay pumapasok pa rin or he's adhering to the resolution dun po sa, kumbaga sa statement po ng Comelec?
He's still performing his function as governor kasi hindi pa naman final and executory yung nasabing decision.
Okay.
Attorney, I'd like to clarify lang, even despite na may exemption naman siya because for social welfare activity nga ito, bakit po ang Comelec still went on to disqualify Governor Mamba when previously na nangyari ito, na-clear naman siya?
Yes, yun nga ang issue, precisely that is the issue that we are bringing to the Comelec and Bank. How could we be disqualified when subsequently the certificate of exemption was granted? If it is granted, then there should be a retroactive effect of the said exemption.
Now, are you confident po, attorney, na baka ma-rectify na po ito sa Anbank pa lang or do you expect a legal battle sa Supreme Court?
Yes, because even if we get a favorable decision, I'm sure the other party will go to the Supreme Court. Whoever wins in the Comelec and Bank, the agreed party will definitely go to the Supreme Court for a final resolution.
Pero going back nga po sa napag-usapan natin, this is not the first time at nagkaroon na po ng decision before. Pero iba po yung competitioner nung nakaraan, yung kanyang tinalo na sa gubernatorial race noon. Do you think po ba na talagang there's a move na talagang pag-initan po itong si Governor Mamba?
Well, I don't know. Kasi mga political acts na nila yan, that's no longer within the realm of legal services.
Alright, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Maraming salamat sa inyo. Yes, maraming salamat sa inyo.
Makipag-ugnayan po ulit kami sa inyo sa development po ng kaso na ito.
No problem. At anytime, ma'am. At anytime.
Thank you so much.
Salamat.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Attorney Romulo Macalintal.
Always ganado yun.
Yeah, saka very, yung mga explanation.
Maganda. Straight to the point and very clear and concise. Okay, let's move on to our next. Now, heating up on our fourth spot, the Justice Department says Apollo Quiboloy is still in the Philippines. The agency, though, cannot pinpoint yet his exact location. Quiboloy is being hunted for weeks now due to several charges, including child and sexual abuse. He's also in the FBI's most wanted list for sex trafficking and fraud. But the Philippine government clarified that the U.S. has yet to request for his extradition.
We do have information that he is still within the country. So the law enforcement agents are still on the lookout, and they've continued the operations to be able to arrest on the basis of the warrants that have been issued by the court.
Ayun.
Still in the
kahapon
country,
yung
but they don't know where.
Oo. So, sinabi nga ng DOJ, di ba, they have filed a put motion for asking the issuance of whole departure order. Although may lookout bulletin na sa Bureau of Immigration.
Lami nga na nagsasabi, pag mga maliliit na tao ang hinahunting ng pulis, kasi he has a lot of means at his disposal na he has the money, di ba? He has the power and influence. But I just hope this case gets resolved soon. And before ma-extradite sa US, he has to answer for his accusation. He has to answer his accusations dito muna. Dito muna sa Philippines.
Pero remember kasi may option daw dito yung government.
Meron.
Kung halimbawa mas gusto nilang madinggin muna yung mga kaso sa states, pwede nila i-release.
Oo, kasi medyo malala din yung accusation sa kanya doon.
Sa US. Kaya nga, di ba, that's the reason why yung sinasabi ni Pastor Apollo Quiboloy, ayaw niya sumuko kasi sabi niya, itong gobyerno na ito, itong administration will just hand him over to the US. Yun ang kanyang
may guarantee naman si President Bongbong Marcos.
On our side, on the administration side, to be fair, to balance this conversation, they don't need a guarantee. They don't need to give guarantee, di ba?
Yeah.
Meron ka mga pananagutan sa batas, harapin mo.
Yun nga sabi ni PBBM, di ba? Hindi kami ganun. While we will not turn you over muna, but you don't tell us kung ano yung mga conditions mo. Sumuko ka, you answer muna yung sa accusations mo, then from there, titignan natin kung ano yung mangyayari.
You're right.
Diba?
And we have yet to get an update also from PNP kasi
regarding
yesterday pinag-uusapan natin, 'di ba, yung revocation ng gun permits niya. Pag-aaralan daw 'yun ng ating bagong PNP chief na si General Marbil, and we have yet to get that update.
Tsaka yung formal and final listing kung ano yung mga weapons na kailangan revoke.
Kasi according to the Rappler's investigation, meron silang na-discover na at least 19 firearms with an estimated value of about 2.3 million or $41,000.
Malaki-laki yun.
Pero syempre, yan ay investigation nga ng isang news outlet. Tingnan din natin kung ano yung makikita ng PNP.
Yeah. Ano yung official na nasa listahan nila.
Yes. Okay, sige, let's continue our countdown for today. Arriving at the third spot is the Balikatan exercises. China warned the Philippines about the country's plan of sinking a Chinese-made vessel as part of the Balikatan exercises. Here's the report.
The four naval ships of the Philippines, the U.S. and France, sailed from Puerto Princesa, Palawan to the West Philippine Sea past 9 a.m. yesterday. These are the ships joining one of the biggest Balikatan exercises. The French naval ship Vendémiaire is in front, while the USS Harper's Ferry is on the end of the formation. The four naval ships practice division tactics on the sea.
It aims to enhance the capability of our officers in maneuvering a ship involved in a group formation and the capability of our personnel in decoding and encoding tactical signals.
The three countries also emphasized that their drill is not meant to provoke any country claiming the West Philippine Sea.
Exercise does not have the intent of showing to address a current scenario. It only aims to enhance interoperability and capability of personnel.
China has previously opposed this year's Balikatan. They said the oceans should not be treated as an arena where countries can flex their power. China also slammed the planned exercise of sinking of the Chinese-made ship BRP Lake Caliraya in Ilocos Norte. They said the Philippines is showing clear provocative intent with their choice of ship to sink. China said the country should not feel the spiritual victory of sinking BRP Lake Caliraya and think that they can do this on real ships. The country also warned the Philippines that their patience has limitations and they will have no choice but to take action about this. The Balikatan exercises will last until May 10.
This is ours. This is, I mean, we in other exercises, may mga pinalubog din silang ibang ship na hindi naman gawa China. Atin to eh. we own this ship. It's old. Ito yung pinili natin. Decommissioned. Before
Nagkataon lang at nagkaroon ng kulay.
because of the tensions of the West Philippines Sea.
But
ongoing alam mo, in fairness naman, in other exercises, you can see the Navy naman, they've been using other ships, iba-ibang made in US, made in here, di ba ganun?
Na-highlight lang
Na-highlight lang nila. Ba't napaka-threaten ng China? Atin naman yan eh.
Yun na nga. Pero... But still, doon pa rin tayo sa diplomatic resolution. Ito po, lagi naman reiterate natin lagi, di ba, na ito pong ongoing Balikatan exercise is not toward any country, di ba?
No, it's not geared toward any country, but nagkataon, we have tensions in the West Philippine Sea. So, guilty ka na ikaw ang kalaban, ikaw tinamaan, di ba?
So, until May 10 ito, and then later, I think it's ongoing na ngayon yung with French Navy, The first time na sumali sa Balikatan
and
exercises.
Japan was supposed to be part of it, pero hindi umabot.
Observer na lang muna. Next na lang. Tapos, they're also going to talk about VFA with the French Navy.
Yes. Tsaka very significant tong exercises because madaming na-introduce na mga equipment, modern warfare, military warfare. Not only yung mga traditional mga battleship type na warfare, di ba? Meron yung mga missile systems, meron yung against hacking.
And then this will enable us to be
the ICT is part of it.
Yeah, and this will enable us to be more productive, di ba? In responding to calamities and other whatnot.
But more than anything, alam mo, it's showing the world, not China, but showing the world. Ito kakampi namin, these are our friends. They're exercising with us. And kami magkakaibigan. Ngayon, kung gusto mo kami awayin, ito yung kaibigan ko.
Faction na ba ito?
Parang Instagram ka lang. Pag nag-post kang may kasamang celebrity o ito, tropa ko to eh. Sige. Diba?
Alright.
Oo.
Sige.
Don't go away. We're not done yet. May dalawa pa tayo. Please stay with us. Sige. On cam na, alam mo ba?
I know, go ahead, magtrabaho ka.
Tatahimik sana ako habang kumukuha ka para mahuli ka eh.
Ay, wala. Magtrabaho ka na lang.
Kasi usually, lalaki ang matakaw daw.
Magtrabaho ka na.
Wow.
Don't genderize.
Kahit matakot ako sa'yo. Pag akong atakihin ng puso,
Magtrabaho ka
welcome
na.
back. You're still watching Brunch here on One News. Thank you pala kay Marjorie Tan of Buddha's Belly. Naamoy ko yung food. I'm so hungry.
Uy, may mga naghula. Sila Gary Field, sila Sam Pokemon Go nung kanilang mga ano natin, yung countdown natin.
Countdown
for
natin.
today.
Ano daw?
Tama kaya sila?
Ano daw hula?
Natin.
Ano hula niya?
Yung isa meron siyang sa online sexual abuse for protection for
may
children.
may isa ata naghula din. Kala nila si Quiboloy pa rin ng... Quiboloy ba? Nasa top?
Alam mo, ang si Quiboloy at saka yung Pag-asa, yan ang staple natin sa ano
Kasi,
sa countdown natin.
pero sa akin at this point na parang mas importante yung heat na escalating heat.
Yeah, oo.
First, impact sa health, impact sa economy.
Oo.
Okay?
Sige.
Okay.
Tingnan natin kung tama yung viewers natin sa kanilang
Let's see.
hula.
Ito na. Top 2. Frying at the second spot, President Marcos calls on concerned agencies to ramp up efforts against online sexual abuse and exploitation of children. Marcos ordered the Interior Department and National Police to intensify the monitoring of cases here and abroad. The president also wants to enhance the collaboration with the private sector for awareness campaign in schools and communities. A 2022 study showed that 20% of internet-using Filipino children aged 12 to 17 were victimized by sexual abuse and exploitation.
He ordered the DOJ and the PNP to come down on perpetrators with the full weight of the law and directed the DSWD and other agencies to streamline and improve the process of investigation.
Let's talk more about that directive from the president.
We have with us Jerly Villanda, Child Protection Manager of Save the Children Philippines, live via Zoom.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Andyan ba si
Jerly?
Miss Jerly?
Yes, Jerly, are you there? Good morning.
Turn on your video, unmute your audio. Kasi minsan ganun yung mga nagiging natin problema natin pagdating sa Zoom.
Minsan kasi ang Zoom may may ugali yan na flicker.
Hindi kasi kailangan natin makausap ang Save the Children Philippines.
Yes.
Kung ano yung mga efforts sila regarding this directive from the president.
Lalo na with the president putting this part of his administration's important things to do. Diba? Ngayon may katulong sila sa gobyerno. Ano ngayon yung coordination na mangyayari? If meron
kung meron man, diba? Kung gusto nilang mag-collaborate.
This is welcome news kasi escalating na tong online sexual abuse.
It is. Kasi nga, diba, in the advent of modern technology, rampant ang mga use of social media in different ways, diba? May maganda, merong hindi maganda, nababalitaan nga natin. And most alarming ngayon is itong ang online sexual abuse among the children.
Ang alarming sa akin most of the reports that come in usually involved ang parents.
Yun nga.
Sa abuse nito online for money.
You know, I've seen several reports already recently na hindi lang isa, not just one, dalawa, tatlo, at ibang mga areas dito sa Philippines na huhuli yung involvement talaga ng mga magulang dito nga sa online sexual abuse. Sila yung kumukita pa ng pera, diba?
Sarap kutusan yung mga magulang.
Kutos lang, oo. Pero hindi, sige, let's get back to what we were talking about kanina. Kasama nga natin ngayon si Jerly Villanada, ang Child Protection Manager ng Save the Children Philippines. Good morning! Good morning po.
Si Jerly. Hello, Jerly.
Hi, good morning po.
Good morning. Alright, sige. Ano po ba ang reaksyon niyo po muna dito, no? Sa hanay po ng Save the Children, dito po sa directive mismo ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos regarding nga po dito sa pag-intensify ng efforts ng gobyerno against online sexual abuse among the children.
Opo. Kami po ay recommend, no? Save the Children recommend the President's call for the government to intensify, no, its effort against online sexual abuse or exploitation of children. So kami po sa Save the Children Philippines ay nakikiisa sa Pangulo sa panawagan na ito. At kami rin po ay natutuwa, no, na ang mismong Pangulo natin ang kumikilala na ito ay isang problema ng ating mga bata na kailangang pagtuunan ng pansin, lalo na po ngayon sa panahon na patuloy na lumalaganap ang mga kaso ng pang-aabuso sa mga bata at exploitation sa kanila sa online world. So, kaya po, we really laud the President for having a strong directive sa ating gobyerno para sa usaping ito.
Yeah, based on sa directive niya, parang it's going after, being very aggressive in going after actual perpetrators. But what else can the government do to prevent from this abuse from happening? Kasi you're going after already yung mga abusers but is there a way also na to prevent this na para hindi na mangyari sa mga bata at hindi na ma-experience yung trauma?
Yes po. So aside from law enforcement na mahalaga para panagutin yung mga gumagawa ng mga pag-exploit sa mga bata, napakahalaga din po talaga ng prevention gaya ng sinabi ninyo. At dapat na ito ay nag-uumpisa sa mga pamilya at komunidad. Kaya po sana ang ating gobyerno din ay palakasin yung kanilang investment pagdating sa pagpapaalam sa mga pamilya at komunidad sa mga masasamang dulot ng online child sexual abuse and exploitation at sa tamang paggamit po ng internet. So sana po ay nabibigyan din ito ng investment ng ating gobyerno. Ganun din po yung sa mga bata. Ang mga bata din dapat alam nila yung safe na paggamit ng internet at kanila din pong nai-report kung sila ay nakakaramdam ng hindi sila safe at merong mga gumagamit sa kanila or naghihikayat sa kanila na maging bahagi ng krimen na ito. So yun po ay isa sa mga prevention measures na pwedeng gawin ng ating gobyerno.
Oo.
Ganun din po, yes po ma'am.
Opo, do you think po ba na kailangan natin ng iba pang mga batas para dito o enough na yung batas that we have right now, enforcement na lang yung kailangan? And do you think that yung increase po ng online sexual abuse among children ay dahil din po sa mga weak investigations?
Sa katunayan, noong 2022 ay naipasa ng Pilipinas yung Republic Act 11930. So ito yung batas na nagpapataw ng parusa sa mga lumalabag o nagsasagawa ng online sexual abuse or exploitation of children. So noong 2022 naipasa natin ang batas na ito. At isa tayo sa mga nangungunang bansa na nagsabatas against OSAIC. Noong nakaraang taon, binuo naman ito yung implementing rules and regulation na napaka-extensive po ng ating batas. Sa katunayan, lahat ng gobyerno lahat ng ahensya ng ating gobyerno ay binibigyan ng responsibilidad para sama-sama yung interventions, programs, and investments para talaga tuluyan itong matugunan.
Right.
Kasama dito ang national government, local government, ang private sector, yung mga internet service providers, at kasama din yung pakikipag-ugnayan sa international counterparts natin. Kasi nga ito ay tinuturing na borderless crime. So, kaya kailangan yung pakikipag-ugnayan sa kanila ay matatag din, So yun nga, so tama talaga yung panawagan ng ating Pangulo na maging holistic yung approach ng ating bansa para masugpo ang kasong ito.
Nako, this is a longer conversation but we have no more time. Hopefully we can talk to you again, Jurly. Thank you very much, Jurly Villanada, Child Protection Manager of Save the Children Philippines.
Maraming salamat din sa iyo.
I think kasi yung ang tawag doon, yung malawakan na easy accessibility ng mga money remittances.
Yeah.
Yan ang isa sa mga tsaka natin pag-usapan yan. Diego,
Mahabang
wala na tayong
kwento
oras.
Ano, Diego? Ikaw next.
Ako pala. Our top story for today. Our top story is the International Criminal Court's drug war probe. The Justice Department warned government employees of legal liabilities if they coordinate with the ICC's investigation. Here's the report.
Over 50 active and retired police officials have already talked to the International Criminal Court investigators about the Duterte administration's drug war. This is what former Senator and staunch Duterte critic Antonio Trillanes recently claimed on his official X account. Trillanes added that the police should help the investigators or they can also be considered as suspects by the ICC. The Justice Department said they have no idea about Trillanes' revelation. But if this is true, they have a warning for government officials who are talking to the ICC.
So when a government officer or official is coordinating with the ICC against the direction or the orders and the policy of the government, there may be accountability involved.
DOJ has reiterated that the ICC has no jurisdiction in the Philippines, and coordinating with them can be considered as a conflict of interest in the government's foreign policy. DOJ has also stated that this is a violation of Republic Act 6713, or Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. This law, however, does not cover retired police officials. The Philippine National Police is also unaware of Trillanes' claims and reiterated their unwillingness to cooperate with the ICC.
Kung ikaw ay isang active personnel at you are performing any activities that is contrary to what is being stated officially ng PNP po, then posible po na may kakaharapin pong sanction po ang sino mga pulis na hindi po susunod doon sa tinatawag po nating chain of command po.
President Bongbong Marcos previously stood firm on his decision of not recognizing the ICC. For News 5, Maricel Halili, We Are One News.
Bilis,
Go ahead.
Yeah, what? Yung sa ano? Budas Belly, thank you.
Ano ba yan? Thank you so much, Budas Belly, and of course kay Marjorie Tan for sending this over. Maraming salamat. And humingi ng premyo si Gary Field. Gary Field, shout out ang premyo mo.
Nakahula si Gary Field.
Sa top 2.
Okay.
Go ahead, Diego.
I'd like to leave you with a quote that will help you during your weekend. Don't settle for average. Bring your best to the moment. Then whether it fails or succeeds, at least you know you gave all you had. A quote from Angela Bassett.
Ayoko na kanta dapat eh.
And that wraps up today's episode of Brunch.
Join us again tomorrow on Monday. I'm Angela Lagunsad Castro.
And I'm Angelo Castro III. We are One News.
All sides, all the time.